Hi guys.
Hi.
Welcome to Tesla in Iceland. This is, I guess, a status update. We are going to have to ship the car to Rotterdam. Not all the way to Tilburg. Rotterdam is a port of call for Mykines, which sails from Thorlaksöfn, which is a neighboring town.
Mm.
So it's not that bad.
No.
But
it is not good either.
No, we have to ship the car. It's not good. I wanted to tell you what does and does not work in a car that has the MCU. A dead MCU.
Mm.
And surprisingly, very many things work, actually. It's, the autopilot, that's just fine. It doesn't have any audible warnings, but everything else is okay. Since that doesn't have any audible warnings, it actually surprised me that the park assist that works and has audible warnings.
Great.
Yeah, the ice cream truck is outside.
Okay.
Right outside. So what doesn't work is the heating. No heat. Except because I had the steering wheel heater and the seat heater on when the MCU broke. I can actually turn that on with the app, amazingly.
But the heating fan and the AC won't work. So
yeah.
It's getting colder here in Iceland, so we need the
heat.
Or else the windows just fog up while we're driving.
Yep.
So
yep.
That's bad.
Yeah, I have to open the windows to cool down the interior of the car so the moisture doesn't just fog up.
Yep.
So that's not too great when it's raining.
No.
What else? I actually wrote some of the stuff down.
Okay. What does work?
The wipers they work, the automatic mode, and they turn on the lights.
Mm-hmm.
But the lights, I can't do anything with. I can't turn on the fog lights, or
the rear lights. Because that's a bit bad. Because in Iceland, the law requires us to have the lights on both in the front and the back.
Yep.
During the daytime, so. Not being able to turn on the rear lights,
that's kind of.
It's not legal driving like that in Iceland. But if it's raining, the car turns on the rear lights.
So that's not a problem. I mean,
it's not a big problem, but we could get ticketed for not having the rear lights on.
Right.
Autopilot parking assist. The trip meters.
Yeah, the trip meters do work, but the odometer. It's called odometer. That does not display anything. It's just for dashes.
Except in the app.
But we can actually go into the app to see how the status, the total kilometers driven.
Mm-hmm. And what surprised me was that the location in the app works.
Yeah.
No problem. I use it a lot when he's on his way home. Check the app. How far is he? How far has he to come home? Can I start cooking dinner?
Yeah.
And then we found out that the
12-volt outlet does not work, but there's actually power on the USBs.
So you can charge the phone with the USB port.
Yeah, I only found that out 13-14 days into.
So if you continue with what does not work, the summon does.
Obviously, summon does not work. Actually, not that obviously, because that's
in the app.
That's in the app.
And many things work in the app.
Yeah.
You can use the app to flash the lights and honk the horn.
No, not if the MCU is totally off.
Okay.
First, the MCU just kept rebooting, and it does that until you just turn off the car, and it goes to sleep after a while. So it stops rebooting. So the screen is just black. If the screen is black, then the app doesn't work as well. Then you can't honk or
Okay.
flash the lights.
But if it's
You
in
can't-
the rebooting phase, you can honk the horn and flash the lights.
And open the trunk in the front,
Okay.
but only if it's in the continuous
Mm.
reboot phase.
You can use the key fob to open the trunk and the front.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Okay, no problem there. We talked about the heater and the AC. That doesn't work. Obviously, the backup camera, no screen.
It's a big car and a backup camera.
Yeah. The radio,
Yeah,
media player.
phone.
Basically, anything you need the screen to
Yeah,
use doesn't work.
So you can't adjust the height. You can't. The
suspension.
suspension.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
And the region, you can't adjust that.
no. At the cold weather package, you cannot change the settings.
No, but
But
the
if
settings we had when the MCU broke, that can be activated by going into the app and
Yeah.
turning climate on. That's the only thing that happens. No, the blower doesn't come on, and the air doesn't, the heat doesn't come on.
just the seated.
Just the
Heated
heated seats and the heated steering wheel.
You cannot change the wiper blades because they are below the hood of the car.
Yeah, it's kind of a problem. I
Uh,
really need to change the wiper blades.
so
The maintenance mode does not work, obviously, since that's on the screen.
on the screen, and all the settings that's in the.
I mean, obviously.
We talked about the odometer.
Od-
Odometer.
Odo-
Odometer. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Odometer.
Okay.
Yeah, my
okay.
American accent.
You cannot change the brightness on the smaller screen.
No, the instrument cluster.
Okay. And you said nothing on the right scroll wheel does
Yeah,
work.
the right scroll wheel does. Yeah, no settings, nothing under that does work. You can, of course, use the scroll wheel to change the thingamajig on the instrument cluster, but you can't change any settings. I mean, there are 5 settings under the scroll wheel. There's display brightness, there's fan speed, there's temperature, there's recent calls, and phone book. Yeah, and you can actually mess with the phone if it's in the reboot phase. Then you can go to recent calls and stuff like that, because the Bluetooth works in the reboot phase.
We had some trouble charging the car at first.
Yeah.
Because when it was in the reboot phase,
The problem
car-
was
yes.
that we had, because electricity is more abundant at night, so we set it to a charge from midnight.
In Iceland, there is no change in the price, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
just,
easier for us.
Yeah, we were just trying to be, responsible.
Yes, not to put too much load on the electricity in the house and everywhere else. So just okay. So the car had a scheduled charge here at home
at midnight.
At midnight.
And even in the reboot phase, that meant that it didn't start. It didn't start charging if I came home in the reboot phase, and the car turned off, and it just went blue and it didn't start charging. But then it didn't start charging at midnight either. After that, because it was just in some kind of
Limbo.
Yeah. But if I parked the car with the screen black, if it had already timed out the reboot phase, then I can actually start charging as soon as I plug in. And that took maybe 7, 8, 9 days to figure out. So I've been going out at about midnight to reboot. So it would start charging, but that meant that in every reboot phase it would stop and start charging, which is not good for the battery.
You also had some days when it didn't charge at all, and you had to go to work with half a battery and
less than half a battery.
Some range anxiety using public chargers.
Yeah, but using public chargers.
Yeah.
But of course, since anywhere where it had not been set to charge at a specific time, then no problem.
Mm. So only at home did it have this problem. But we found out that when it stopped this rebooting phase, there was no problem charging.
Yeah, then just when you plug it in, it started charging.
Yeah.
I have actually driven more than 2,000 kilometers since the MCU failed.
Mm. What do we have more? The calculation of charging speed.
Yeah, that's just stuck at the last thing that it was at when it was in the reboot phase.
Mm.
So it says now 104 kilometers. And I know that's not true because it's 30 kilometers here at home. I always charge at 10 amps. Yeah, well, that's one more thing.
Yeah.
I usually set my car to charge at 10 amps because the wiring is not that great.
Not that great, no.
So
and we have all night. It's a 3-phase.
Yeah, it's 10 amps 3-phase, so 30 amps really.
No problem. But to be safe, we charge it at 10 amps.
Yeah, and now it starts at 16, but because it has some kind of sensor that senses I guess the wiring does something. At least it goes down and down and down and ends up in 10 amps at the end.
So it's safe to use, even if you need to lower the amps. So that's no
if you
problem.
usually lower the amps, that's okay. I mean, it will very soon just lower it automatically, even though the MCU isn't working if it needs to.
Yes. Yeah. And the last one on the list is no power on the 12-volt plug we use.
I said already.
We already said that. So, well, the car works. It drives.
Yeah, like I said, 2,000 kilometers at least.
But
I mean, I don't have another car to use. My wife's Mitsubishi IMF, it struggles with my commute on a good day, so.
It wouldn't survive the winter. No, it would survive it.
I would just have to charge en route probably.
Yeah, that's too.
If I go into headwinds, I probably have to charge
midway.
Yeah.
And
well, the car is going. It's still here, but it will be leaving in less than a week.
Yeah.
Going to Rotterdam, and there. It will be about 2 weeks in Rotterdam.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, just over 2 weeks.
Yeah. So, it leaves on Friday.
It leaves on Friday, and it. Yeah, and
2 weeks in Rotterdam.
And
then
16 days. They will have the car for 15 or 16 days to fix. And then
so it's just over 3 weeks that we.
Yeah. So I will be having to use the IMF
one.
the tiny car to go to work.
Hopefully the weather will cooperate.
Yeah, no, it won't.
No, it's October.
Yeah,
won't.
So
that's the.
Yep. Do we have anything else to add?
No, I don't think so. Just comment if you have any questions.
I mean, Elon did say in March.
I think it was March, yes.
Yeah.
Somewhere in spring that they would come with the service station.
He was going to expedite, but that means 18 months probably, as we said before.
Yeah. Not enough for us,
So there's
unfortunately.
we're a year out,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. So, but we look forward to Tesla coming to Iceland.
Yep.
Because it's a hassle to have to ship the car to Rotterdam.
Yeah, of
Extra
course
cost.
it could be worse, but it could be a American version. Then we have to ship it to New York or something.
Yeah, that would be really bad.
Yeah.
But I think that's it. Just thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Subscribe
Thanks.
and comment and like and share and everything. You know the drill.
Yeah, let's do like before. Just give it a little time so we can add the
Oh, okay. Yeah.
right
Okay.
like before.
Mm-hmm.
That should be enough.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.